Thank you, Madam Toastmasters. Around 10 years ago, none of us had any idea what the social network is. But nowadays, it's impossible to imagine our lives without them. It's incredible how much our lives have changed in the last 10 years. But we even didn't notice how it changed. But as anything in this life, there are always two sides of the thing, two sides of the medal. So together with many other benefits, social networks have also caused many problems for the human's life. Recently, I watched one movie called London Has Fallen. By the way, don't watch it. Very stupid movie. But nevertheless, I liked one quote in the movie. The president of the US is caught by very smart terrorists, and as a hostage he says, technology is good when it's used for good purposes, but it's equally bad when it's used very wrong way. I couldn't agree more with that. The purpose of my speech today is to speak specifically about one big disadvantage of social networks currently in our lives. It's a wasting of time. It's incredible. Nowadays, there's a new official disease called phone addiction. It means that average person in one day opens his phone 110 times. There is a Chinese proverb called, which sounds, yesterday was history, tomorrow is mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called present. But to be honest, do we really value our time? I don't think so. Most of the time, we tend to count our money. We tend to calculate our finance. But we always forget about our time. But in order to be successful, first of all, you have to calculate your time. Let me show you some simple calculations. Let's identify the value of time. Imagine your salary is 200,000 tenge. So it's divided by 22 days, working days in 1 month. So the value of 1 day is 9,090 tenge. Then the salary per hour is 1,135 tenge. So that means your value of your 1 hour is 1,125 tenge. And now let's calculate how much time we spend for social networks. But before that, let me ask one question. How many of you in 1 day check your Facebook account, Instagram, and WhatsApp several times? Please raise your hands. Many times. So according to the statistics, the average person checks his social network account at least 5 times. So every time it takes at least 10 and 15 minutes. So if we calculate if we multiply 5 by 15, that's 75 minutes, which is 1 hour and 15 minutes. In total, 1 month, apparently we spend for social networks about 27 hours. And now, let me show how much money we are losing actually on spending our time for social networks. So my next calculation is loss of money. So in 1 day, we approximately lose 1,305 tenge. In 1 week, we lose approximately 6,526 tenge. In 1 month, 31,212 tenge. In 1 year, we are losing approximately 374,550 tenge. Can you believe that? Actually, in economics, there is a term called loss of opportunity, which means the time you spend for social networks. If you use this time for other things which are much more useful, the benefit could have been totally different. So for example, this time you are spending for social networks, if you use it for other activities which are much more useful, like reading the books, learning new language, or improving your English, or doing some sport, or attending some lectures. In my case, I just took one example, improving the English. So let's say in 1 hour you can learn around 10 new words. It means that in 1 month you can learn at least 275 new words. So in 1 year you can potentially learn 3,300 new English words, which means that your English is excellent. If your English is excellent, then probability of you getting really high paid job is also high. For example, with the salary of 500,000 a year. And approximately the law of value and time works like this. If you properly use your time, then the value of your time will grow up as the time goes by. I was also addicted to the social networks, especially to Facebook. And once I thought I need to do something with that because I am wasting my time for social networks a lot and I am sacrificing a lot. Then I developed several measures how to overcome. And let me share with you some tips. Maybe some of them will be really useful for you too. So number one tip, if you are really strongly addicted to the social networks, deactivate your account. At least for 2 months. You won't die. Believe me, you will be okay. It will help. Second tip is filter the newsfeed. You don't have to follow everyone. Follow the only one you truly value. The third tip is set the schedule, timetable for checking the social network accounts. Don't check during the working days. Check it during weekends only, except some special cases like birthday congratulation or get tired by someone and for some extraordinary things. The fourth tip is download the app Messenger. I still see that most of the people don't have this app on their phone. But if you have this app on your phone, it helps you not to check your Facebook account extra time and you are not exposed also to the distractions. And tip number 5 is mute the group in WhatsApp. Here's how to do it, and here's how I did it. Sorry guys, I have to do it sometimes because it distracts me a lot. And the last tip is delete the Instagram on your phone. When you have Instagram on your phone, you actually check it quite often and you get distracted a lot as well. So if you have your Instagram only on your computer, the iPad, it helps you not to check your Instagram account too often. In the end, in my conclusion, well, before the conclusion, if you believe still that you have plenty of time to check your social networks during working days and you don't need to use these tips, then I must say that something is wrong with your work and with your life in general. And you have to change it. As a conclusion, again, the TV series called House of Cards. The character of Kevin Spacey, Frank Underwood, once said, there are two groups of people in politics. One group is sheep, one group is wolves. In my opinion, it's also true for social networks. There is a group of people on social networks who really take advantage of social networks and use it for his own benefits, like promoting himself, promoting the products, services, company, organization, etc. But there is another group of people whose job or business is not related to social networks online at all, but still they spend a lot of time on social networks. They waste their lives. And if you are a representative of the second group, I have to say that you need to think about your time management very seriously. So in the end, I want to say, don't be sheep, be a wolf, be smart. Thank you.